Good morning, Homefront. I wanted to touch base with you guys off of what we talked about last Sunday. And we're answering the question, who is God and who are we? And this Sunday we looked at Genesis and we saw that God is creator. And part of that we saw that God created all things, which means that Jesus is the head of all things. Everything is under his authority and in his control, even now. And the other thing we saw is that God created good things. And that means that within this world, even now, we can know that things were created good, so they are worth stewarding and caring for, as well as people who are created in God's image. But also that God is, through Christ, still making things good because he's a creator. And then the third thing we talked about was how God creates out of chaos. And that's where I think it really begins to hit home, because I don't think we have to think very hard and we begin to realize that we live in a world of chaos. Because of sin and death, there's going to be things that don't go the way they're supposed to. There's going to be pain and hurt, and so that's part of the chaos of sin and death in the world. But God is a creator, and he can change things from that chaos into good. And so when I was thinking about that, I wanted to just follow up with a little bit more to think about, to pray about from what we talked about Sunday. And that's this idea that in Genesis it said that the Holy Spirit hovered over the chaos, and then God spoke, and through the power of the Spirit, the world was born. And what I think is amazing is we also looked at that verse in Romans about how the whole creation groans. And we just talked about, don't you feel that groan of chaos that's part of this world? And as part of that passage, it actually talks about the Holy Spirit again. And it says that the Holy Spirit joins us in prayer. And what I like about that is that tells us that the Holy Spirit is still not far off. It's hovering. He is hovering with us, in us, if we are followers of Jesus. And all we need to do is pray, and he joins us in beginning to change our lives as we follow after him. So what I wanted to encourage you is just to remember that if you don't know what to do, if you don't know how to pray, that's okay, because the Holy Spirit is hovering with you in that chaos. The Holy Spirit is with you there and knows what you're going through and knows what you need and how to pray. And so you can trust those things to him. And so I want to encourage you this week to just bring those things to God, not with an answer, not with anything other than just saying, Lord, this is the chaos I'm in, and I need your Spirit to speak to me. And then to believe that the Holy Spirit is there and can speak to you, and you can learn his voice. And then seek others who will join you in that prayer. This is one of the most important things we can do for each other, is to invite the Holy Spirit into what we're going through. And so I just wanted to remind you of that the Holy Spirit hovers over the chaos, and our God creates good things within in spite of the chaos. And so you can go to him in prayer. So that was that. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a reminder, and then maybe a little bit more to think and pray about how you can deal with that chaos in your life, and trust in our God, the Creator God. That's who he is, and we are his children, and that's who we are.